bumming with Bob. Let's have a few brews. We'll have some fun with the bum wine crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer. 'Cause damn, man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bum Wine Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat on Premier Podcast Network. And this week we are welcoming one of the hottest newcomers in the adult industry, a fellow New Jersey-born native. Miss Brenna McKenna is here with me today. Brenna, how are you?
Amazing, thank you.
Oh, hey, thanks for coming on the show. And I'm going to crack open a cold one here to welcome you to the show.
I'll take a quick dab hit.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. Now, are you a big drinker, or is that not your forte?
I can, but I actually am trying not to. I can drink a lot because I've built up a tolerance being a stripper. I can drink.
So you've had your fair share of some rough nights, so now it's like I should probably scale back a bit.
Yeah, and just for the fun of it all, because I get paid to. Sometimes people just are like, "Hey, hang, we'll pay you, but you have to sit there and have one for one." I
was gonna say, yeah, you get those free shots, and people say, "Oh, you're buying a shot for yourself. Oh, they'll buy one for you too." And you go through, and next thing you know, it's okay, another one.
Yeah.
You go around to the next table, and they're doing shots too. Have another one. Next thing you know, you're 15.
Room, go in there, have more alcohol. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I just went on a vacation in St. Thomas, and I drank a lot of sugary beach bar drinks. So I'm trying to detox right now. So I haven't drank in a week or so. I'm just gonna keep that going.
You get that full cleanse of getting it all out of your system, and then it is summertime now, so then you can start kind of creeping back in a little bit at a time. I can definitely see that if you're going on a vacation in those poolside.
And the food too.
Yeah,
I'm
food
trying to eat better too. And I went back to the gym today after not being in the gym for probably 2 weeks. So.
Okay, so you trying to get back on the right track.
Yes.
It's like once you get off it, you're like, oh crap, I'm just gonna keep going. It's so easy. It's so easy to keep going that way. And I can have some more drinks and do this and that. And you're like, well, wait. Need to kind of stop a little bit, and I do that too from time to time where you're like, okay, well, I've been drinking a lot, and I try to scale back a little bit, and I kept it fairly light this today with a PBR, keeping it simple. The past couple shows I've done some Four Lokos.
I see all of your things, and I was like, there's no way that's a Four Loko.
Oh yes, it is. It was, and
that's cool.
Yeah, because I did get on. I am on the Four Loko sponsorship list now, so that's a big, hurrah!
Congratulations!
Moment. Thanks. All these years of drinking pays off, for something like that.
That is so dope.
Yeah, but
love
I was
that.
like,
how did you do that? Did you write them? How did that happen?
Actually, they had a contest that they were doing, and they sent it out to everybody and said, hey, we're opening up this Four Loko sponsorship. And you go to their website, you sign up, and then they're selecting, I don't know how many people, because it's not everybody who signs up gets it. It's only a certain amount of people. And they look at your social media, because essentially every time you post something on TikTok or Instagram, you get a point, and that gets you points towards Four Loko rewards, where you get merchandise credit, free stuff. I know they said too they're going to do concert tickets, festival things. You'll be entered into that stuff. So I guess all these years of drinking and kind of tagging Four Loko, just kind of pushing them and saying, hey, I'm out here. Get me that sponsorship, and then they send you a little sticker. It says I'm sponsored by Four Loko.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. See, here it is. I have it right here. See, I'm sponsored by Four Loko right there.
That's a treasure. Oh my god.
I know. See, they spare no expense, as you can see, that they'll send you this 50-cent sticker.
Official.
But it makes it official, and as they said, once they send you the sticker, that means it's official. So
for sure.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yes.
So yes, and that's my big news recently of going down that path. But have you gone down? I'm sure have you had your share of Four Lokos in the past? Have you gone down that road? Yeah,
yeah, like my first senior year of high school and freshman year of college, definitely. All about the Four Lokos. And I also had my first PBR also. That's a frat party beer right there.
Yeah, and anything on that bottom shelf, all the stuff that I cover here is that high school, college drinking experiences. And what we do is kind of take you back to that time frame. And it's like, you don't need to drink this stuff anymore because they always say, oh, you're older. You have money now. You're more sophisticated. You don't need to be drinking that bottom shelf cheap stuff. But you know what? If you go back, it's like it's not that bad. It's
works. Really not.
It gets the job done.
Right. Now that I'm thinking back on it, I drank Mad Dog 2020 sometimes, and it actually tasted good.
See, at
least it's not gross, and I have to mix it and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it completely.
Yeah,
I do.
See. Well, thank you. See, I appreciate having somebody on here.
No, for sure.
No, but that embraces it, and like you said, is it something you want to do every day anymore? No, definitely not. As you were saying, you have to detox from some of this stuff from time to time and keep it simple. And you can't be drinking a Four Loko or an MD 2020 or stuff like that all the time. You have to say, okay, I'll take a few days. I'll take a break from drinking, or I'll just drink a beer or a wine or something like that. In the meantime, I mean, what's your usual go-to type of drinks that you have on a usual basis? No vacation or fancy stuff. If you were just hanging out with some friends, what's your usual go-to?
If I go out and order a drink for myself, it'll be a cranberry vodka with club soda, so it's more diluted and has some flavor. And I also started drinking vodka water with a lot of lemon in it. Okay. And that, you taste the vodka for sure. You're very aware of how drunk you're getting and how much you're consuming, but also water and lemon,
You feel good that you're
a little bit better than having all the sugar and
you're keeping yourself hydrated at the same time. Usually people say, have a drink and then have a water, and kind of they always say try to do a 1-to-1. Have a drink and then have a water. And,
I'm doing
you're doing it at the same. You're cutting out the break in between, and you have your drink and then your water. But I mean, how many times do people say? I know I've gone into it sometimes at hanging out with friends and saying, okay, we're gonna pace ourselves today. We'll have a drink. And then, okay, we'll grab a bottle of water. Yeah. Drink that. And after 1 or 2 beers, okay, have a water. And then next thing you know, you drink 3 beers. Oh, and wait, I need that water now. Get me a water. And then next thing you know, it's 4 more beers. And hey, the water idea is out the window at that time. It's just, okay, the drinks are flowing. And then you're at the end of the night, you're trying to catch up. And before bed, when they're hey, I don't want to get that hangover. Right. So let me chug. Let me chug all this water, take the Advil, and try to stop it from happening. But at that point, it's already too late. Yeah. As much as you try, people I just drink that one big glass of water before I go to bed, and then I'm fine. I mean, I know everybody has their own different hangover remedies. Yeah. And we've all been there, and it's trying to find that one that works best for you.
Yeah, that's why I stopped drinking Red Bull vodka. That's my favorite of all time. I could just pound them. I could have 20 a night easy. and not be drunk, because the Red Bull.
Yeah, it's the combo of it there. I mean, I did some of that in college too. Yeah,
but then my favorite shots are sugary ones, like green tea and white tea shots. Where it's like peach schnapps and sour mix and Jameson and this and that and like all this stuff in it, and I would just get the worst hangovers. So I stopped drinking like the Red Bull, so I wouldn't have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily do sugary shots like that anymore. Like I can't even do tequila, so it's out the question. So
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because I've gotten sick of it. Like I just like can't even smell it. Yeah, so I'm trying.
So was it from having a bad experience from it? Did that kind of sour you on it?
No, it just happened one day. It actually was my favorite when I was younger because you're just like up on it. It's the only alcohol that is not a suppressant. It's an upper.
Yeah, that's always the go-to for most people. Yeah. It's the tequila shots to get the party going. Yeah.
Yes, and Cafe Patron, like the coffee tequila that they have, which was just so tasty, and I could drink it and I was underage and I would just like take a shot and it would just be like amazing and good. But then after a while, one day I just smelled it and I threw up, and I don't know why, because I never had a bad night on it. The only thing that I'd ever done was Jack Daniel's honey. That's the only thing that gave me a night that I don't remember and also can't remember and don't want to ever again.
Yeah.
And so besides that, I'm just trying to up the just maybe quality of life a little bit more for myself.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's not like you don't want to be pounding down sugary shots or sugary drinks all night. You want to start your night off with one shot like that. Okay, go for it. But I think
I almost don't even want to go in the strip club anymore because I know it's going to force me to drink. Like I haven't been in like a month. I've just been on trips and on the internet making money, and I haven't been to the strip club in probably a month. And I'm just like, I don't even want to go back, or else I just know I'm going to start drinking again.
Now,
then be up until 2, and going to bed late and not going to go to the gym. Like it's like not conducive, like for me.
Yeah, it's that trade-off because you're like, okay, well, if you go to the club, well, I guess if you're talking about when you're working at the club now I know you've been doing a lot of like the feature dancing and stuff like that. Now, do you still have the same issue in a situation like that where you're technically like the star of the evening? I mean, it's not like it's not like your old strip club days of you just working there. I mean, I don't know. Is it the same feeling you get when you do it that way, or is it different?
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. Like you don't really have to. You don't have to, and you're not with fans the whole time. Just after, like I'm not trying to catch up and drink with people, and spending a whole bunch of time with the same person and having to drink with them. It's not like that at all. And actually I prefer to be sober because otherwise like you just never know on stage. Like I'll have like a drink before if they offer, because they'll give you like a free drink or two, or like if the club, like sometimes they'll just give you a whole table. But I would start to sweat and like be nervous, so like maybe a drink, but like not too much, because I don't want to twist an ankle.
No, right.
It would of course be like my luck, that like,
and that's getting very dicey at that point. Where if one drink beforehand to take the edge off, to kind of loosen you up, just to calm the nerves, I can see that. But you can't be doing massive drinks beforehand.
Feature dancing, you don't have people sitting there also buying it for you. Like you're just sitting there, and if you want one, you're asking the waitress, or like they're coming to you. So it's just I'm not gonna buy it.
I was gonna say, so at least in that case, when you're in that environment, you're not going to be like the other old strip club days of just constantly drinks are flowing, you're hanging out with people, they want a shot, you buy a shot, and back and forth like that. So at least you have that go, you have that aspect going for you.
Right. Yeah.
See, the perks of being a star now, right? I mean, that's the good thing, right?
Yeah, it comes with like responsibility too. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I'm
happens.
loving it though. I love it though. And I turn 30 next month, and I'm also trying to be very conscious of like getting old.
I
You
mean,
know?
30 isn't that's not that old. I mean, I understand it. It is definitely a big jump going from your 20s to your 30s. So I mean, I get it's always that uh it's not a midlife crisis, but it's that crisis time of any time you go from one
It's like
decade to
I'm just like
another.
focusing on my health. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's
yes, because it's
yeah.
usually it's always downhill. I know after I had turned 30, it was like, oh, now okay, you have high blood pressure now. You have this. Okay, now you don't have the metabolism you have anymore. You can't, like you said, you can't drink and eat like that, and it's all downhill. And so maybe you're on the right track there of saying, okay, try to cut out this stuff beforehand and not have an issue down the road once you turn 30.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, but it works out in the end. Since you've gone down this path now. Now I didn't realize that. I mean, I don't know. The whole pandemic years and everything have all blended together. It doesn't seem like 2020 was. It seems like it was ages ago, but it also seems like it was like last week when it comes down
It
to it.
does.
And I didn't realize that you've only started in the industry, I guess technically in 2021, right? That was like officially when you
Yeah.
dove into it there, which seems like from what I've seen on with you on social media and stuff over the past couple years, it seems like it's been so much longer than that. Because I was looking, I'm like, wait, it was only 2021. I was like, it's got to be like, okay, 2015, 16, like something like that. But it's like, it seems so long ago, but still so close. I mean, it's
Yeah, no,
weird.
it
It's weird how the
definitely
time has been.
it's crazy that it's been 4 or 5 years since like it sort of feels like, but also like you said, like it does feel like we're just getting out of it. It's kind of odd. And I feel like I've worked even less because I live so far away from the industry. So I'm shooting like, so much less than other people that are shooting every single day or every week. So really it's been cut down even more. So I feel like I haven't even been shooting that long at all. Like I feel like I've been shooting for like 6 months a year because I really only have like 6 months of like work. If you like,
Right, like
like
real,
someone
like
lives in LA,
I was
like
gonna
it
say
really is just like
real studio work. Because like I said,
yeah,
once the whole pandemic hit and once the OnlyFans, boomed and people are like, oh, well, we can do this
yeah,
ourselves, and you can get content out there and you can grow a fan base during that time period, which definitely helped you expand to where you are now during that time because you can get the content out there. And yes, it's not mainstream production studio work. It's still content that people can enjoy in the meantime. So while you're not as shooting as often as other people, you're still putting content out there that people can consume. And as I always say, it's just with social media, you have to constantly put stuff out there. Otherwise, not that people forget about you, but they kind of do
they kind of do.
if you don't post every day or multiple times a day and put something out there and just say, hey, I'm still here,
Yeah.
because they might share it or tell somebody, and then that's a new follower, a new fan uh, for you. So I mean, how did you decide
Yeah.
you wanted to get into the industry? I know you said you beforehand you were doing the stripping and working in the strip clubs, I guess, just to get through those going through school and bills, right? Just get a way to get through everything was how you kind of started doing it.
Well, I started just when I was going through college.
Okay.
So it was when I was 18, but it was only the beginning of COVID when I started an OnlyFans. But I didn't make $50,000 my first month. I was appalled. So,
I know
I
you
was
thought the second you signed up and posted some videos and pictures, you're like, well, shit, the money's coming in. I can sit back, relax, and just watch the money flow in.
yeah. But it wasn't too bad though. I made like 2,000 my first month. I kind of grew, you know. But I was also dancing in Dallas and Miami where it was still open and legal to strip during COVID. So I just hopped into porn. It just seemed like the next step, and to take the risk and to make that money that I wanted immediately, because OnlyFans is a lot of work and sometimes delayed gratification, and it's a learning curve for sure. So, and I like quick money. Like, I've been a dancer because, you know, let's just
you get your money.
like,
you get your money that night. You go out there, you know, you're getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can control it. So it just made sense. And I was told by one of my best friends that, like, I would be great at it, you know, and that they could see me doing it, and I trusted them. And I'm so happy that I did.
Now, yeah. Did you ever have the idea of going into porn?
No.
Prior to that, like
no.
Doing dancing, going through college, just think, okay, you know, like you said, you get your money away, you do your thing. You never thought at that point that you would go down this path. No.
I wish. I wish I did, because I love it so much, and I feel like I wasted a lot of time. But when I was dancing, I was thinking that when I was going through school, I was still going to get a normal job with my degree. And then a couple years before COVID, or like a year before COVID, I even went back to school, and I got a cert in aesthetics, skincare. But
okay.
It was like a 9-month course. So I got a certificate, and I thought that I would then be in an industry that I would enjoy, which is skincare and makeup. So I worked in a makeup store before. And then COVID hit, so I couldn't even work in a salon. Everything was just shut down.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out, you know? So I'm just not meant to have a job. Like, I'm just definitely not meant to have a boss or anything.
Yeah,
a
real job. Like, you definitely have a job. It's just not your traditional
job.
Yeah.
Like, I just, because even when I graduated that, like, I didn't line up a job beforehand. Like, I just graduated from school and then was like thinking of starting my own like travel business, and I bought everything that the salon had. I bought it. And with my stripper money, and I made business cards from Etsy. I ordered I basically was going to start a business. So I went through school and realized that I still couldn't bring myself to actually like apply for a job somewhere. So I never did.
Man, I mean, I think it worked out well for you. I think you've carved your path now of something that you enjoy doing and have fun with. So
yeah.
Would you rather be doing
that? Like it? Can you tell?
I can see that. It definitely shows. So I can see. You're not just sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, I do this, I do that," and that's it. But it's like you can tell that when somebody enjoys it, it really, you know, with your work and how you promote everything with it. That you're like, as you said, you're like shit. I should have thought of this beforehand, and it would have had another 10 years ish, that you could have been doing it.
Oh, I know. Oh, she's like, could have been so good, so young. But
you would have made your way through the ranks of the, as we always say, from the teen stars to then, like you said, now once you hit 30, then you're gonna be hitting that MILF category. Like I said, no matter what, it's always once you hit 30.
I can't wait till I do MILF stuff. I don't think it's gonna. I mean, my birthday's next month, and I don't look 30.
No, you definitely don't. That's what I'm saying.
And I don't have tits.
Yeah, it's not. It's different, because I always say when I talk to people before, they're like, once you you go from either teen or MILF, you just go through.
I look like a schoolgirl still. I
right.
Look
So
like
I think
in high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you're still good. You'll still be in that category for for a while.
Yeah.
Which, hey, if it works out for you and if you have fun doing that, I mean, go for it. I mean,
yeah, I'm just gonna be like a hot 20-something forever, and then I just know for a fact that when I do become of MILFy age, I'm gonna get some ginormous tits or something, and just
just fully. I was gonna say fully
my
embrace it at that point. Just
yes.
going all in. It's
I'm gonna get some cougar tits. Yeah.
You're like, at this point, what do I have to lose? You've already said that. Okay, I mean, you're in the industry now. You don't see yourself leaving anytime soon out of the industry. I know some people will join in and then they'll do it for like a quick, stop in and just
a lot
try
of girls
to
have like a 2-3 year thing, or I think the average is honestly like a year. Like half of girls just stop after a year.
Yeah,
and then,
you see that a lot where they'll do a couple years and then next thing you know they're gone and they vanish. But then there are some that are just like the lifers in the industry with it there. And if that's the way you want to go, then hey, then you embrace it that way and you go all in and change your image as you evolve with it. Because I mean, like I said, you've only been doing this for a couple years now, and the amount of actual shoots you've done haven't been a ton. So you still have a lot of time to shoot things as you are now, and still be on that younger side when you can play that part. So you still have a long ways to go until you have to do that evolution. So maybe 35, 36, if that.
No, I think like probably like 40.
Okay.
For real.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Hey, whatever works. If you can, you stretch it out.
Because I love my tits now.
Yeah. Well, and if you do, then you don't want to go through and change it. So you want to embrace that and keep it that way. I
do feel like I do want to stay in porn for a long time. I was like that with dancing. I never, I took one break after college and I didn't dance for a year. I'd finished paying my debt off. I just took a quick break and I just didn't work at all for 1 year. And I went back to it. So I just enjoy it a lot. It's a lifestyle for me. I know I'm built for it. Like I get a lot of benefit out of it. And it fits my lifestyle. So I feel like porn is the same way. And I kind of know that feeling when I know that I'm good at something and I know that I like it. I wake up excited to do it. I don't need an alarm clock to wake up in the morning for shoots. I'm just ready and excited to go. And that's the feeling that I get when I'm like going into work at the strip club. Like that's how I definitely felt before COVID, especially. Now it's really not the same, but before COVID, like you feel like you're supposed to go in, you crush it, and you have like high energy, and that's how I feel doing porn. So I think it's going to be like very comparable, where it's going to be like at least 10 years, before like I probably like change or anything and then evolve into like maybe the next,
your next incarnation there. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, if it's still working,
I want to get into some milfy shit, and then I want to like, I kind of admire like Kaden Cross in that way. Like the more that I kind of like study her, the more I realize that she's quite a boss, just in the business way. I don't really know about her personal life or anything, but the way that she owns companies and shoots things, but then she's still like so hot and does her like milfy OnlyFans shit. And like, but before, like she was just beautiful, like growing into that, very graceful, I like that.
I was gonna say, now, do you see yourself trying to go and do more of a, I was gonna say, not so much directing, but like you said, taking charge of your own type of, not production company, but kind of like you said, how she's doing with kind of like carving out your own separate brand, that you could have other people that working with you, and not being the boss of them, but your own little group of your I don't know why I can't think of the word, but going that way.
Like a lot of successful people have done it. Just like since I've started, I've seen quite a few people, and I've shot for some of them. They create a site, it takes off, and there's connections in the industry that you will have. So it is good leverage that I know people already. It's not like I'm a guy just coming in brand new wanting to shoot people, right?
Right.
I know camera people, and I know actresses, and I know guys that want to film with me and work for me, and hopefully by the time that time comes, the connections will be stronger and I'll know what the fuck I'm doing, you know. But I do imagine myself just doing that and like creating more, not just being in front of the camera.
I was gonna say, doing more of a behind the scenes, producing, directing in a sense, and just kind of overseeing things and going down that road. Because I was gonna ask you too, I mean, do you see yourself ever wanting to get into actual like mainstream acting and stuff like that, or just stay in the adult side, the adult industry?
I've never thought about.
Because I know that's another road too that some people will get into porn because it's easier for them to get into porn, but then they try to parlay that into doing actual mainstream acting, and 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work out because it's totally different worlds when it comes down to it. But but I can see you're like, I'm content where I am in this industry and just trying to keep going with it and evolving with it.
I don't think that I haven't thought about doing mainstream acting anyway. Maybe more cinematic porn films for sure, but that's as Hollywood as I want to go.
Yeah, because that you get to have fun with it and do acting, but still in the porn side of things.
Approach to do it. Would I turn it down? I don't know. I might, but I mean, I would never. I don't think I would just go for it like on my own volition, you know, because it's not really my thing. And I never actually imagined being an actress at all. When I was younger, I more so wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model. You know, so I can live out those dreams in porn way more than I can actually trying to get into a high fashion runway modeling. You know what I mean? That's not my thing.
Exactly. You still get to model everything, just in a different aspect of it.
So I can still become a model, like a tattoo model, or I can become an influencer. I can model for like clothing companies and stuff that I like, but you know, I won't be like doing runway. And so I just kind of find that this is my lane and I'm really, really content in it. And that there are like higher levels and like cooler things I can do with it without, you know, going mainstream or Hollywood.
Yeah. And I was going to say too, and because you have a totally different look than a lot of people out there. You're not that usual porn star look. You have that like the tattoos, I guess the you know, the punkish type of, you know, the badass kind of look. It's not like your traditional, you know, the cookie cutter look. So that helps you and being different and standing out in the pack. So that's something good you have going for you. As well. So I see, because I was saying, I see you're nominated for Best Inked Cam Model in the 2023 Alt Star Award. So that's, you know, the ink will set you apart and get you down that path.
That's crazy, actually, because I don't consider myself alt. I mean,
I was gonna say I guess it's the look. I guess I don't know.
Like, I do have tattoos, and of course, and I'm gonna get more, but
it's not the personality. I guess is really what it comes down to. It's not.
I just look like a little cute thing, you know.
and it is, and it's just with tattoos, and I guess once you add tattoos, then you become like alt. And it's like, okay,
that's crazy.
All right, if you say so.
I didn't think honestly, since middle school, I have not been alt. But in middle school, I did listen to punk rock and dress kind of like alt.
You had that phase. You know,
those are the friends that I was.
We all had those interesting phases in the middle school, high school years. So I don't blame you for that.
Like if you weren't listening to Nirvana, like you weren't even cool, you know, like with the alt kids.
Right.
But that's not even like the music I listen to or anything anymore. So that's really funny. Yeah. But I like it. It's very well rounded, you know. So I have people that like that look, but I also have people that like me because they know that I have a bubbly personality and my tattoos are not super goth and they're not super dark and crazy.
Right, you're kind of you're in that
intense tattoos. Like some of the girls in the industry, gorgeous girls with like devil tats and like portraits like all over their body, and I love it. It's a different it's a different like genre. It's a different vibe.
Right. You're straddling like the middle between the two sides, pretty much, like that wholesome innocence look.
Yeah.
But like, oh well, but she has the tattoos, so she's kind of like on that alt, the crazy side in a way. Not like when you think about like the ones you were talking about that have like the big devil tattoos and everything. That's definitely alt. At that point, you're like, you don't want to go up to them and approach them, but somebody sees you and they're like, okay, well, she's cute, she has the tattoos, but I could still go over there. I could still talk to her, so I can go that way.
Yeah, that's my goal, because I definitely know that there's, one, that's just not like how I want to look, but also I know that in the industry, and just to be kind of aware that everything's going to impact booking.
Yeah.
So being too intense, I even get asked to take out some of these sometimes for scenes, and they're like barely noticeable, but up close and personal.
It's not, you're right. Yeah, it's not like it's the big, huge thing in there. It's like, yes, you have piercings, but it's not.
And people still ask. It's like even even the little nostril stud, which is just like any girl could have that. But so but that's fine.
Yeah, but hey, I guess they have their vision for the scene or what you're doing. And somehow it's gonna conflict, because I don't know. I mean, what type of scenes do you like doing the best? What's your favorite, your most enjoyable types that you've done?
I love anal gonzo the most. I love gonzo scenes, like just from start to finish. It's fucking and no lines or anything like that. So a lot of evil angel and things that you see, and that's just by far the best in my opinion, because you get into a zone where you're actually fucking. You're not stopping, you're not planning too much, or being told necessarily like when you have to flip into a position or do, like, you're just getting it in, and there's kind of a flow, and you get different angles, but you get to keep the chemistry going, and it's not stopping and starting, and it's just very hot. It's my favorite. And the oil scenes that I got to shoot, those are the best. But because it's just so slippery and everything goes in easily, so like you don't even need lube around, like it's just oil, like everything is just so good, you're just rolling around. But
hey, if it works, it works. If it works out.
But so they're messy, but those are my favorite actually. But gonzo generally, just so, because it's way more fun for me to fuck you the way that I want, that I think it would look the best, fucking you. But you don't get to do that when a company is telling you what to say or how to approach all the time. It's doesn't have to be forced, but it just can be, like, it's just not.
Yeah, I've heard
a zone, and but some people, because I watch a lot of interviews, and some people like the cinematic and all the lines more, because you just have an end goal that what your little targets are, like every 5 times.
People like to follow the story, and but for you filming it, that could be the one that's a pain, because I've heard that a lot too, where people are like, no, if you're doing scenes like that, it's not just, okay, you're getting in there down to the sex, it's like, okay, now constantly, okay, you're stopping and starting and moving around, and you got to get the camera in there, you got to get the right shots, you got to slow down, you got to go. So for you, you're into it, then you got to stop, and it's like you don't notice that if you're watching it, because of the magics of editing,
right,
puts it all together. But it's like, you were going through starting, stopping, picking back up. So for you, you're getting in a rhythm. Then okay, stop. Like you said, move over, turn this way, do that.
Yeah.
But in the other scenes, you can just kind of just go with it.
Yeah.
And you can just enjoy it and have fun.
Yeah. And also because I do anal, that's actually a good point that you say, because I do anal. It's way easier to just do anal for an hour or two straight than be stopping and starting for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Just
That sounds like a rough day.
Take it, but like just the swelling, like the constant, you know, like it's way better to like you're horny the whole time and you're just getting pounded and
you're just going through. You're getting it, not getting it over with, but
it's like natural, and it's a natural way that you fuck. Like you fuck, you know, you get the film and then you stop. Like I just don't go throughout my day getting fucked, you know. For like 6 hours straight, like for 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, like I'm, you know, it's just like kind of crazy.
right. You could see in a real life situation, you're like, okay, well, 2 hours, okay, that could happen if you were in the right mood, in the right day, in the right situation. That's like, it's possible. 6 hours, nah. Not quite.
Yeah, and the stopping and starting is because like once you stop, I'm gonna swell. You know, like I'm gonna get tight, and then you gotta go in again, and I'm dry. Now you gotta re-lube. It's just like the whole thing, you know. So, but it's also, I guess I haven't really had many with lines. The ones with Team Ski probably are the most lines, and those were quick and fun. So I guess it maybe just depends on the company, and I haven't had too much experience with it yet, but most of my scenes are gonzo and I just love it that way.
Yeah, they say, okay, they're like, okay, Brenna's here, we're just going down to business. We're just going right in. That's it.
Just who I know. Why
get in?
That's why I've been hired. Like I haven't really had companies. I don't know. It's probably just I haven't had like enough work. So
and like you said, it's still early. It said, like you said, the amount of work that you've done in the big companies in the mainstream is still that small slither of the pie. So the more work you start doing and getting out there, then who knows? Maybe next thing you know, they'll keep adding it up and say, okay, every time you'll have a few more lines here, a few more lines there. The next thing you know, you're doing these full storylines of having to go through. Remember, this is your name. This is the situation.
I am like really good with like banter though. Like in my cuck scene, like it was just so easy. Like I am like really good at it. So I can't wait to move out there and like be booking myself all the time so I can get those opportunities. Like it's actually very cool that I get to look forward to things I haven't done yet.
Are you moving out to the West Coast? Is that in the cards for you to fully move out there?
I feel like that'd be fun. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try to do that for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna pack up and definitely try to move out there because I just want to be in the mix and I want to network and I want to get to know the industry. And if I'm even gonna start like a studio or find a mentor or anything, I'm not going to do it here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a lot easier for you to be out there when the majority of the people are going to be right there with you within.
Exactly. And all the people that I would want to hire, like in the, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to get on a plane to go out there and see them. You can get in the car and drive over and do it. So it's definitely something. But hey, more power to you if that's what you want to do. And it's just that if you really want to go all in the industry, then I guess that's really the next step to do is to really move out there and say, because like I said, you can keep going back and forth and flying out and flying back, but if you want to be with the people and getting to know more people, networking, being within a close distance to them will make it a lot easier for you. Because I was going to say, I mean, because what's next for you? I mean, other than the potential move out there, I mean, anything else that you're working on that is in the pipeline?
I have shoots that are booked, so I'm gonna get back into it. I just haven't done too many in the last few months. But I have some things lined up, but I think that the most prominent thing is that I'll have more feature shows lined up. I really haven't done too many. I've only done the Sapphire clubs. So I haven't done any tours or anything in any other clubs at all. And I think that'll be the next step because now that I'm not going to be in the strip club too much, and I'm doing well enough online that I don't have to go, but I know that I love stripping. I'm going to need an outlet for that. Yeah. And I am starting to train a little bit to be able to do really good shows. Just bring something that I don't normally do, because as a dancer, I don't do crazy pole tricks, and I'm not a super flexible person, like a show person, you know, but I'm working on that and training on that. And so I'm going to put a lot of effort into being a really good feature performer and coming around and getting out that stripper vibe and dancing and being in the club atmosphere that I love way more in the future, without feeling like I have to, you know, do it, because the strip club is like a chore when it's like every single day sometimes, when I know that there's so much more that I want to focus on with porn and feature dancing.
Right.
It's like more of a distraction, I feel like, and maybe even a little bit of, yeah, just a distraction, in the sense that I could take that time and that energy and just like go to some training classes and pole classes and the gym, and like work on really good feature shows for people.
Yeah,
and then meet more fans that way.
Exactly. You go out there, you get your name out there, people come there to see you, and then like I said, they follow you, they see you on social media, they've seen the videos, they see everything, they can come out and see you, and then they put a real life in person face to the name.
Yeah.
With everything. They say, oh wow, look how alt she is up there on stage with the tattoos.
Right, well, I'm jumping around like and giggling everywhere, yes. So
right. Yeah.
Listen, are you still in Jersey?
I am, yes.
Okay, so next time that I'm in New York, I'm gonna let you know so you can come out.
All right.
Wearing black latex and jeans and spiked shit for you.
Yeah.
And all my alt fans, it's gonna be alt night.
Alt night in at Sapphire in New York City. So
I'll give them what they want.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that one. But
rock music and everything.
Hey, go big or go home, right? So you gotta go all out. You gotta embrace it. We'll see. Hey, if you win the award for it, then you have really captured the hearts of that crowd, and you have to really just say, okay, this is who I am now. There's no turning back.
Wasn't the award those awards, the alt awards this weekend?
I don't know. I don't know.
Think so, and I didn't win, so I'm definitely not alt.
Oh, come on, boo.
I'm not
bastards.
Yet, but yeah. I'll try.
All right, next year. All right, for 2024. All right, this is what happens. You get the.
Now that I know, like when that came out, I did ask some people, like, should I nominate myself? Like, because I know that people do think that I am, but they were like, oh, "Are you?" And I was like, "No, I guess you're right."
Like, they're like, "Are you?" I'm like, "I don't know. Am I?
Like,
do you think I am?" And everybody's kind of like, "I don't know."
On my pictures, like, I don't market myself that way, so I was like, maybe I guess not, just so that people don't think I'm alt, but people must think I'm alt. I'm just not alt enough. Wow, what an identity crisis I'm in.
I know you're in that tough. You're gonna be 30.
Man,
you don't know if you're alt or not alt,
or am I a MILF?
I know. Listen, you're in that awkward. It's like those awkward teen phases you have when you're growing up. You're stuck in that now as you're turning 30. You're like, well, where do I go? Do I do alt? Do I not do alt? Do I get more tattoos, more piercings?
And then when I was a child, it was more like, am I too white? Am I Puerto Rican? Am I not white enough? Like, it just was like, shit. Like, am I a jock? Am I a girly girl? Like, but whatever. I'm just gonna be all the things.
That's it. Hey, and luckily for you in the industry, you can really be any of those things any day of the week that you want. So you can do one shoot as the jock, one shoot as the alt, one shoot as whatever you want to be. You can embrace those different identities and then see which one people flock to and what you get nominated for in 2024, because I know you had nominations as well for the AVNs earlier this year for the the hottest newcomer and the best oral sex scene, but sadly you did not win. But as you said, you have something to strive for 2024 and getting those awards and seeing if you can maybe take those home.
Yeah. I almost like, I don't want to say that I don't care, but I just know there are so many more markers for success.
Right. It's saying,
but it would be really fun.
If you won, great. If you don't win, it's not the end of the world. You're not sitting up at night crying about it.
I feel like just being nominated, honestly, is like winning.
It gives you the recognition that people know about you, and that
my
you're
name
really
gets
making
out there
headway.
just as much as anyone who won.
Yeah. You're on the list. People know about you. If they didn't, you wouldn't be nominated. I mean, there's a ton of people in the industry that haven't been. So,
here's the thing. It's like more for the fans, right? So I don't necessarily like. It is cool that industry people know my name. Of course, you get references to companies, and of course, it's like a benefit. But what I mean is like, for future fans that are going to discover me, like they see my name nominated, they see me posted on all of these, PR like press releases and posts from ABN and stuff. So they're discovering me and seeing my name just as much as the winner, just as much as anyone else on that list, So as far as what I care about, which is like my fans finding me and loving me, like that accomplishes that right there.
Right. It gets you on the list. People see it and they say, okay, if you're on this list, you're recognizable enough to reach out to and work with. And somebody sees it in some other company and says, oh, wait, look at her. Let's call her up and bring her in to do some shoots. So it works out for you.
Yeah. So maybe like in a few years, I really will care about winning an award. But right now, I just feel like being nominated was more than I could ask for. And gives me more confidence in my career for sure.
Yeah, it works out for you. I mean, it gives you what you need at this point and say, okay, you're getting recognition and people like your work, people enjoy it. They're taking the time to vote for you and go through that whole process.
Like the fan nomination, honestly, is like what I'm most proud about. That one's really, really cool.
Right, because that's when is legit. It's the fans are pushing for you to get that award. That okay, you're making a real connection with people.
Exactly. Like it's there's nothing political about that. Like it's just your people and you.
Yeah. It all works out.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job with it.
Thank you.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what the future holds for you once you hit 30. And hey, sky's the limit for you. Hey, kudos to you, and like I said, best of luck with you with everything. You want to tell everybody where they can find you on the socials and websites and all all the fun stuff that comes with it.
Oh yeah, so I've expanded the platforms that I'm on now. So all of my usernames are the same. It's Brenna McKenna. The A's are V's, BRENNV, MCKENNV. And it's all the same on Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, Twitch, Sheer, OnlyFans, ManyVids, etc. If you type in BRENNV, MCKENNV, all of the people will definitely find me on their favorite platform.
That's the way to do it. If you keep it all the same, because I know it's a pain for some people because either they had accounts and they got kicked off or deleted.
Yes.
And then, some's like, oh, the official blah blah blah, and the other one's just their name, and they're all different on every social media platform and sites out there. So if you can keep it all the same, then okay, you put that in Google and you search it, they'll find you. So I'll put up all the links to all the pages up on the podcast feed as well.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, and also my OCD. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to keep everything the same. Like I have the same 2 pictures for all of my avatars too. Like they'll definitely know it's me. So thank you.
Yeah, because you never know, somebody might be trying to fake as you and say, "Oh, hey, can you send me gift cards to
Oh yeah, they're out there for sure.
Oh, I know for sure.
Jeez, that shit's so crazy.
People need to get a life out there, and instead of trying to say, "Oh no, yes, I'm Brenna." Okay, no, you have 2 followers, and I can't understand what you're trying to type to me, but yeah, sure, I'll send you money. Don't worry about it. Hey, Brenna, thank you for coming on the podcast. Definitely great chatting with you.
Thanks for having me.
Be happy to see what the future holds for you, and we'll definitely have to do this again, and maybe we'll get you to maybe bring along a Four Loko or something next time.
Yeah, I will.
See, I know.
I know that I'm gonna double fist. We're gonna do one in each hand, a PBR and a Four Loko.
All right, there you
go.
We're
gonna get wild, and we're gonna have to finish them all before the episode.
All right, you heard it here first. She laid down the challenge to everybody here.
And for everyone watching, they need to do it too.
Yes. This is a group. We always say it's a tight-knit community we have here in the podcast world. So
awesome.
We'll definitely have to get everybody on with us.
For all of the listeners, I hope that they check me out and like this and like me a little bit.
Yes, and make sure you vote for the alt performer for 2024. Just to get that going for us. So.
Definitely. May I have a good that might be it. I have a good feeling now about this. Now that I have all the support around me, so I feel good. I feel good about this.
You feel good.
I'm feeling we're all already.
Yeah. Well, hey. On that note, she's Brenna McKenna. Be sure to check her out. Give her a follow. I am Bumwine Bob. Don't forget to check out the website at bumwinebob.com. Subscribe to the podcast on Premier Podcast Network. And until next time, cheers.
I need a beer.